Good evening, viewers and listeners of Concerned Citizens Media. Thank you again for coming back. I got some news to share with you in reading and some videos. So welcome back. And the breaking news today is the Ethiopian government blaming foreign forces for the first time participating in an armed conflict. Foreign forces joining the Ethiopia fighting against the Ethiopian government. So I got this and other news. So thank you again. Today is November 1st, 2021. Prime Minister Abiy says non-Ethiopian nationals joined TPLF forces in Wallo. So this is a very serious accusation. This is very serious development. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said that non-Ethiopian nationals have joined TPLF forces in the war in the Wallo frontier. Party-affiliated Fana Broadcasting Corporation reported that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has briefed senior government officials on the current affairs. The portal said the Prime Minister had confirmed that black and white nationals of non-Ethiopian descent have participated in the war and made sacrifices with the terrorist group. It also said that the Prime Minister has admitted the government was not prepared to deal with the mobilizing human wave and that the issues was being addressed and implemented strategically. He added that the general public support for the army should be strengthened more than it is now. He continued that he cautioned that the war Ethiopia was facing is not with one side. So this is very, very serious accusation from Abiy Ahmed against international community. He say white and black foreigners joining TPLF against Ethiopian government, but who are these white and black? He didn't specify from which country, but he just vaguely blamed international communities for his defeat in Wallo, and he didn't release any substantial information to the global community. So he's in a general sense blaming the defeat the government faced in Kombolcha, in Dase, and other fronts. So this is very serious development. This is a breaking news, and it needs further investigation. You cannot just blame the global community just by saying white and black. Who are, find out the, IDs. Are they from Sudan? Are they from Egypt? Are they from where? What is black and white? So this is a very serious accusation, very serious development. And if it is true, it's very good for freedom fighters, for those looking for change in Ethiopia, to end the tyranny, to end, the injustice in Ethiopia. to end the Prosperity Party, the way they are heading, like Isaias Afewerki, a dictator. They don't tolerate any media, expressing opposite view. They just like SAT, ABS, Fana Broadcasting, OBN, something like this, just friendly. Those expressing residents, issues, concerns. They don't like it. They don't like it. So this is very important development, and they will follow it if they're going to mention a country with some kind of evidence. Okay, the next one is also, that's, I guess, 3 news from Addis Standard. I appreciate Addis Standard for letting us know what's happening in Ethiopia. Very encouraging news in English from Addis Standard. So we appreciate Concerned Citizens Media checks frequently what Addis Standard is posting on, distributing. So I'll check frequently what they say. They are especially very important to show us what is happening in Ethiopia. So this is also the second one from Addis Standard, almost the same. This is a call for mobilization by Oromia State government and Oromia Prosperity Party. So I'll read both of them. They're calling on Oromos and others to join the fight. Oromo State decides leadership, people to join the fight to save country. The Oromia National Regional State Government called on all regional government leaders to diligently lead the struggle and make the necessary sacrifice for tomorrow's victory. It also called on Keros and Kares, the youth, as well as the entire people of the region, to remain vigilant and work closely with the security forces. Now they are calling on Keres and the Keros to join the army. They are already, joined. So the regional states also called on its regional special forces, police, militia, and other security structure to stand by the people and their government to protect, as usual, and sustain the freedom we gained through our blood from the frantic junta that is trying to retake it. On community level, the regional state government called on the clergy, the Abagadas, Hadasinke, women community leaders, and the elders play their irreplaceable roles in motivating, monitoring, building internal unity, and working for our victory in the ongoing struggle to eradicate this enemy of the country that is working to enslave our people for another round. The statement said the regional state government will never forget the suffering, pain, abuse, contempt, imprisonment, massacre, destruction, persecution that the junta, the cancer of the country, has inflicted on the people and our great nation for more than a quarter of a century. The regional states vowed that it has no choice but to preserve the freedom with blood and move to our heights. It also promised to continue to intensify the struggle to eradicate extremist and hostile groups breathing with the lung of the junta within the region and external networks. It vowed that the regional state will soon turn the long-held dreams of its enemies to use internal traitors in order to turn Oromia into a war-torn country into a nightmare. It further laminated We have no identity, no history, no psychology to surrender the freedom brought about by missing limbs and split blood to the power of arrogance and contempt. We do not have the shoulder to carry re-enslavement. It is the people who have made the change, the people who will preserve it. It said that the regional government was well aware that our fight is not only with the junta, but also with foreign and domestic agents of destruction who have evil interests and are plotting with the evil group to destroy Ethiopia. Thus, while our struggle is costly, it is worthwhile, and we have no doubt that we are the ones who will have the final victory. The regional government took the occasion to express our sincere respect for our heroic defense forces, other security forces, and the people of our country who are fighting to protect the country from the terrorist junta. The fight is against the Oromos and all Ethiopians' historical enemies. Again, at this standard. This is also the same call by Oromia Prosperity Party. Oromia Prosperity Party calls on Oromo youth, the Oromo people, to do their part to bury the junta. These are the same message, but this is by party, but that one by the regional government. Fekadu Tasamma, head of the Oromia Prosperity Party office, called on all Oromo youth and the Oromo people to do their part to bury the junta, party-affiliated Fana Broadcasting reported. Fekadu made the statement today and accused the junta of working, including by using its agent to cast a dark shadow on the change brought by the precious sacrifice of the Oromo youth together with other Ethiopians. Therefore, to bury the junta, which is on its deathbed, Oromo youth, along with other people in the region, are urged to guard their environment, Fekadu was quoted saying. He also said that clearing internal traitors and supporting the security forces with information, among others, is expected from all those who brought about the change and saved Ethiopia from collapse. Fekadu further called on the Oromo youth and the entire Oromo people to continue supporting the National Defense Forces and for the Oromo youth to join the National Army. Because the group has confirmed that it is the enemy of Ethiopians, it was important to wage a bitter struggle against it. The news portal reported attributed Fekadu, adding that he also asked the Oromo people to do what is expected of them. So thanks to Addis Standard. So these are very serious call. The Amara regional government, the Fano, the Amara militia, all repeatedly calling for mobilization, calling for massive recruitment of Ethiopians. And this is in addition to the Amaras. Already Oromo also sent more than enough militia and Oromia police and others. But the war is not going, in the way they expected. They are losing the war. They are losing badly. And the Oromos now, they, needed to save Prosperity Party. The Keros, the Karres who brought, the change in 2018, they are in jail. Their political leaders are in jail. Keros and the Karres are in jail. Some of them killed. And Hachalu was assassinated. Lawyer Abdul Jabbar was assassinated. and some Keros was assassinated in public. Dragged their body on the street. Some of the body of the Oromos given to the wild animals, thrown into the bush. So after all this suffering, especially people in Wallaga, East Wallaga and West Wallaga, suffered for the last 3 years under Abiy Ahmed, especially no internet service, no phone service, no transportation, no basic service. Now, I don't know Oromos, unless they are forced to join, they don't, I don't think it is fair for Oromos to help Prosperity Party. I don't think so. They are mistreated even at the war front, according to the information we have. They are shot from behind by Fanos. They are mistreated, disrespected at the war front. So there is no reason. And also Fano and Amara militia, they have the expansionist agenda. They want to claim Wallaga, they want to claim Shoa, they want to claim Benishangul. They have expansionist agenda. Unless they stop this expansionist agenda, there is no peace in that country. They will not have peace and stability. So now is Keros, they suffered under Abiy Ahmed, and now they are, calling them to save prosperity. So it will not work. Will not work. Oromos, they are looking to join OLA. They want freedom. They want change. They want to get out of this injustice system, this broken system. And even the country is collapsing. The country is isolated. I repeatedly say, the country's, unemployment is high, inflation is high. People can't buy, basic necessities. So they can call on, repeatedly they can call on, the Amara region called almost 6 times for general mobilization, asking young, old to join with knife, machetes, and other sticks. Will not work. Will not work. And Oromos will not suffer for this prosperity party. Nothing, there is no future for Oromos. Okay. This is also the last one from Addis Standard. Court suspends prosecutors' witness hearing against Jawar and others. This is very serious development. The prosecutor's witness hearing against the defendant in Jawar Mohammed's file, which was set to be held today, was suspended after the defense team appealed to Federal Supreme Court secession bench, objecting an earlier decision by the Federal High Court to resume prosecutor's witness hearing without 4 defendants in the file who declined to appear in the hearings. In July, 4 of the defendants in file, Jawar Mohamed, Bekele Gerba, Hamza Adane, and Dejene Afa, told the court that they do not want to attend the hearing, citing the summary execution of detainees, maltreatment of prisoners in detention, and extrajudicial killing in different parts of the country. Their lawyer, Kadir Bullo, told Addis Standard that on July 28, 2021, the Federal High Court, Lideta Branch, First Constitutional and Anti-Terrorism Bench, decided to hold the prosecutor's witness hearing between November 1 to 5, 2021, in absence of the 4 defendants. The lawyers therefore appealed at the Federal Supreme Court's secession bench to reverse the Federal High Court decision to proceed with prosecutor's witness hearing. Kadir added that the prosecutor also appealed at the Federal Supreme Court secession bench for the 2nd time, objecting the decision by Federal High Court Lideta Branch, First Constitutional and Anti-Terrorism Bench to hold prosecutors' witness hearing in open session. The hearing at the Federal High Court, Lideta Branch, First Constitutional and Anti-Terrorism Branch will proceed after the Federal Supreme Court session bench passes decision on the defendant's appeal. The Federal Supreme Court will hold the next court hearing on November 16, 2021. Thanks, Addis Standard, for the update. So, the decision, Jawar, Bekele Gerba, and Hamza, Borana, and others made, it's the right decision in that country. As I said before, the court system is broken. There is no justice in Ethiopia. There is no respect for justice decision. People already investigated by judges and released, rearrested by Abiy Ahmed undercover operatives. So it doesn't make any sense to attend even the court. Because the system is broken. Abiy Ahmed and his Prosperity Party officials are heavily involved in the court system. They don't respect the court decision. So it doesn't make sense. The only thing these people could be freed maybe by external pressure, calls from international organization and the sanctions, and also by armed struggle or movement by Oromos, Oromo Keros and the Karres. That's the only way. But I don't expect any justice from this court. It's a fake court. It's a kangaroo court. And Abiy involved deeply in the decision. He is the one arresting. He is the one releasing people. So there is a justice system broken, and I, concerned citizens media, respect the decision of Jawar Mohamed and others for not appearing in person in this kangaroo court. Okay, this one is a statement by President Joe Biden on the 2022 open enrollment period. Healthcare should be a right, not a privilege for all Americans. Today, with the beginning of the open enrollment period on healthcare.gov, we can continue delivering on the fundamental promise. Starting today and running through January 15th, 2022, Americans across the country can gain the peace of mind that comes from having quality, affordable health coverage. Signing up is easy. Simply go to healthcare.gov and select the plan that works best for you and your family. This year, thanks to the American Rescue Plan, coverage is more affordable and accessible than ever. Americans purchasing coverage through the Affordable Care Act have seen their premium decrease to historic low, a drop of $67 a month on average, saving families over $800 annually. In fact, 4 in 5 customers can find quality coverage for less than $10 a month. If you do not receive insurance through your employer, there are a range of quality, affordable coverage options available to you. I ran for president promising to protect and build on the historic foundation of the Affordable Care Act, and my administration has worked tirelessly to uphold the commitment. During the 6 months in which we opened healthcare.gov for special enrollment earlier this year, nearly 3 million more Americans gained access to healthcare coverage. To maintain that momentum and reach as many Americans as possible, the Department of Health and Human Service is quadrupling the number of staff that help families navigate their coverage options and reaching people in half a dozen additional languages. We will not rest as long as there are still Americans out there who have to lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering what will happen to them if they or a loved one gets sick. Thanks to the Build Back Better framework I announced last week, we are now poised to realize the largest expansion of affordable health care since the passage of the Affordable Care Act more than a decade ago. This transformational investment will reduce premium for more than 9 million Americans, deliver health coverage to 4 million uninsured people in states that have failed to expand Medicaid and expand Medicare to help older Americans access affordable hearing care. I urge everyone to visit healthcare.gov today to renew their coverage or shop for a plan. And I urge Congress to send the Build Back Better framework to my desk right away so that we can deliver peace of mind and a more secure future to millions of American families. So that is a statement from President Joe Biden on the open healthcare enrollment, also known as Obamacare. So please enroll. It's going to be in January 15th, so enroll before that. And it's very affordable according to this statement if you don't have one from your employer. Okay, this is the last statement. This is from U.S. State Department. This is about Burma, I think. This is concerning Burma. The United States condemns reported attacks in Chin State. The United States is gravely concerned by reports of gross violation of human rights that Burmese security forces have perpetuated in Chin State, including reports that forces have set fire to and destroyed more than 100 residences as well as Christian churches. We condemn such brutal actions by the Burmese regime against people, their homes, and the place of worship, which lays here the regime's complete disregard for the lives and the welfare of people of Burma. These abhorrent attacks underscore the urgent need for the international community to hold the Burmese military accountable and take action to prevent gross violation and abuse of human rights, including by preventing the transfer of arms to the military. We are also deeply concerned over the Burmese security forces' intensification of military operations in various parts of the country, including in Chin State and the Sagaing region. We call on the regime to immediately cease the violence, release all those unjustly detained, and restore Burma's path to inclusive democracy. We will continue to promote accountability for the horrific violence that has been and continue to be perpetrated by the regime against the people of Burma. We will continue to support the people of Burma and all those working toward a restoration of Burma's democratic path and a peaceful resolution to the crisis. So this is from U.S. State Department on the situation in Burma. As you might already know, Burma, the military took over by force, and all the civilian leadership, including Sanyal Chuchi, in jail, and so protests, continue for a long time. Still, the fighting continue, but the regime, the military regime, still, stays in power by force. So that's the reading part. Thank you again. Let's share some videos and finish today's presentation. First, I will share. Okay, hold on. Let me see. So the first one is OLA, or Oromo Defense Force, or Oromo Liberation Army, celebrating the graduation, new graduates in South Oromia. I'll share a little bit and continue to the other videos. Let's listen what.
warreen walitti fufiinsaan leenjii waraanaa fi siyaasaa fudhatan eebbisiisuun kallattiin asitti argamnee jirra. Kanaaf yeroo kana isiniif jennu gammachuu guddaatu nutti dhaga'ama. Ayyee Oromoo akkam jirtu Oromoo kan fagoo jirtan adeemsa diinaa hundaa gooftaan irra dabartan hattee bolola fi hunda dandamatanii maqaa eebbooti nagaan ittiin geessanii. Nagaa ittiin gaafannee waltajjii keenya eegannaa ilmaan Oromoo dhufaa nuti isin jaallanna ilmaan Oromoo dhufaa nuti isin jaallanna.
So he's just addressing through like a poem, and there's a flag hanging ceremony or flag raising ceremony. So this is, singing about the Oromo flag, and the flag which is raised and protected by the lives of many Oromos, many sacrifices for this flag. Okay, the battery is running low, it says. Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Bitcoin, the best money we've ever had.
That's terrible.
With a different kind of money comes a different kind of card. Crypto.com Visa card, powered by crypto. Reserve yours now.
Sorry. Apologies for This is also a ceremony for flag. So that's Jalmarro, General Jalmarro, attending and the ceremony. So he is just welcoming the attendees and the graduates, and he's welcome them. It's a very long ceremony. Also, another group, the Gambela Liberation Front, joined in this military training and graduated some of its members for the first time, I think. So I have that speech from a representative from Gambela Liberation Front. Let's listen what it says and go to the other videos. Let's see.
For the ongoing struggle against the dictatorship regime leading by I and my comrades were very surprised by the leadership and the Oromo Liberation Army by revealing a culture of charity and unconditional love to us since the first day till today. Both Oromo Liberation Army and Gambela Liberation Army are freedom fighters. They are fighting against the same enemy for the same reason, in order to bring back the naturally given dignity and freedom that their people have lost for a very long time until today. Both Oromia and Gambela are the regions sharing the same boundary, TLZN, and it is not by their choice to live together. Rather, it is an arrangement made by nation. Both the two regions will continue enjoying the same border and stay together as it is naturally created settlement. Today, the Oromo Liberation Army and Gambela Liberation Army together graduated thousands of soldiers for the ongoing struggle against the dictatorship regime led by Prosperity Party. Today, it is a day that we had never made in common in our past history. Today, it is a day that Gambela Liberation Army and Oromo Liberation Army together enjoyed the first ceremony for the first time. From now on, the Oromo Liberation Army and Gambela Liberation Army will start joint operations, and I'm sure that the joint operations of the two will stop all the challenges facing the two liberation armies differently in their respective territories. And also, it will bring a very successful victory in the near future. Finally, I would like to appreciate both Oromia and Gambela young men and women for they took it a total sacrifice for their lives to liberate their peoples from torturing under undemocratic rule of Abiy Ahmed. Victory is on our hand. The struggle will continue. The struggle continues. Viva Gambela Liberation Army! Viva Oromo Liberation Army! Thanks. Galatoma.
Okay, that's a message. Victory for Oromo people. Victory for Gambela people. And thank you. So that's a message from Gambela representative, Gambela Liberation Front representatives. So OLF is advancing to major cities, especially in the east and the west Wallo area, controlling more. And now it's in Kamise and other cities in Wallo area. More in the south, also close by in Addis Ababa. So the fight for freedom is ongoing. It must be clear for enemies and friends of OLF, friends of Oromos. They are coming. OLA is coming to secure freedom for Oromos, to help us free thousands and thousands Oromo people still in jail, including senior political prisoners. So that's the only way you can free, through armed struggle. Abiy doesn't know other language, doesn't know negotiation, doesn't know how to handle the crisis in that country. He knows force. So you have to deal with that kind of force. You have to speak the language you want to speak. So OLA is coming, Gambela Liberation Front is coming, and others, Benishangul and other small groups are also joining OLA and TDF for the march for freedom and to defeat those expansionist agenda, to defeat those deniers of your natural rights, those who are claiming Wallega, those who are claiming Shoah. So that's the language they speak. So you have to deal with it. And again, I say, whether you like it or not, OLF is on the way, and TDF is also on the way. Gambela Liberation Front is on the way. Benishangul also. They are also have freedom fighters over there. Prosperity Party will not survive, because it's not the right way. It's not respecting human rights. It's not helping the country. Okay, let's see the other short ones. And oh, okay, Abo.